Could it possibly be that in just 3 short weeks, this floodgate of frenetic NBA action has provided so swiftly, so frequently, so many reminders of what draws us inextricably towards this incredibly addictive game of basketball?
Wade to the basket. What a play!
Oh my! Another Boston turnover.
Is even the most purely passionate Heat fan exhausted already? Worn weary from a road trip that has borne witness to late, later, and the latest night drama?
Bosch for the tie. Now a right three. Oh
The answers to one and all of these questions are simple and emphatic and resounding. Yes, I said resounding. You better believe it. So bring us
Is time for Miami Heat basketball on Sunsports. Welcome to the latest edition of Heat Live, delivered by Papa John's. Back-to-back road overtime losses sting. We all know it. There's only one salve that cures all: winning. But victory will be a mile-high feat for the Heat tonight, as the Nuggets have not lost at home to Miami in the Dwayne Wade era. In this very building of the Pepsi Center, the practice facility, the Heat had an optional practice. It was not an option for LeBron James. He mentioned right after the game in Los Angeles that you go to the gym, you work it out. That's how you solve the problems. And he was there, and you see he was making them. So LeBron, how do you correct it? Is this the way you do it?
My goal is to shoot 80 plus this year. You know, I know I'm gonna get to the line enough, so you got to try to go up there and just knock them down. But I guess my average is kind of average out, and I'm back to the mid 70s again. But it's all about concentration, like I said, and repetition. You get the opportunity to go up there and you shoot free throws. You try to knock them down.
I'm sure him coming in yesterday, he felt great, and that's the biggest thing. If guys don't feel good, we want them to get off their feet. But if you feel good, go to the gym. And he did that. So he's a leader, and we understand that we need him as a leader if we're going to be the team that we want to be.
That man's ready to go. A mile high. Number 6 is in the building, and number 6, like you.
Miami's 5-game, 9-night road trip reaches its conclusion tonight in the mile-high city of Denver, Colorado, a place that can be tough to breathe and win in. And tonight the Heat look to end the 9-game losing streak here in Denver. And welcome everybody inside the sold-out Pepsi Center for the only meeting this season between the 8-3 Heat and the 7-4 Nuggets. We always hope you enjoy every bounce and basket right along with us. Miami Heat basketball on Sunsports, proudly presented by AT&T Uber.
Jason Jackson courtside with you with tonight's starting lineups. Ty Lawson, he's back. He's ready to go with a follow right beside him. The Rooster, Nene, and Muzzle right there ready to go for your Miami Heat. Chalmers, Wade, LeBron James, Joel Anthony, and Chris Bosh back on the floor for Coach Bolster.
Mario Chalmers is off to a very strong start to his 4th NBA season. Career best numbers so far for Chalmers. And add to that, 21 triples and 20 steals. Rio's had a terrific trip. It started with 29 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds in the triple overtime win at Atlanta. And then Wednesday in Los Angeles, 18 more points for Rio and 4 trades. So from Mr. Chalmers to Mr. Chalmers.
That is the best in his career, and second to only James Jones on the team. So we'll watch Rio from the edges and beyond. Eric and Tony, it's almost time to ball. It's all yours.
All right, thank you, Jax. Good evening, South Florida. Thanks for joining us late night here in Denver, Colorado. The Heat trying to finish the road trip strong. And, Tony, to do that, they're going to have to play 4 strong quarters, unlike the last couple of games where the Heat faded in the 4th quarters and in overtime. And, of course, this has been a very difficult place for Miami to play. 9 consecutive losses in Denver, and the last 5 have been by an average of 20 points per game. If you remember back to January of a season ago, the Heat were blown out here by 28 points. But, Coach, I know you and I both have a good feeling about the way the Heat will respond to the adversity and to the challenge of the Denver Nuggets.
You get the feeling it's going to be a close game, played very well by both teams. Should be an exciting game, and I think the Heat are ready. Everything that you experience, you take positive things away from it, and I think those 2 losses have stung the Heat, and they're trying to be positive in their approach after the 2 defeats.
Let's take a look at tonight's tip of the game. It's delivered by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Our officiating crew assigned to work tonight's 11th game of the season for Miami. Mark Davis, James Williams, and Sean Wright. Well, 5 games in 9 nights for Miami. The road trip coming to a close here. The Denver Nuggets got a quick start on Miami tonight. They scored 30 points in the first quarter and led by as many as 14. Timofey Mozgov had 10 points and 6 rebounds, and Nene 7 points and 6 boards for Denver. Miami came back in the second quarter when Chris Bosh scored all 11 of his points, and LeBron James, a first-half masterpiece with 18 points, including his first triple of the season. Yeah, most Miami's given up in a second half this year, and coach, the 12 triples equaled a season high against Miami. They go 12 of 25. Rudy Fernandez, Al Harrington, and Danilo Gallinari all had 3 3-pointers each.
They had 7 threes off the bench, which is very unusual in the league. We talked about how they're a high-scoring team. They scored 42 points off the bench, which is a little bit below their average of 44.5. But those guys are tough coming in. They come in with that shooters and scorers mentality, put a lot of pressure on you. And we talked about how the Heat bench is more of defense-oriented guys. And give the Nuggets credit. They're a tough team.
It's all about getting home, getting healthy, and getting back on track. And Heat fans, back to your normal sleeping habits as we near the 2 o'clock hour. All we can do is thank you for your unwavering support of the NBA's Miami Heat. Heat basketball back on the air, Heat and Spurs, Tuesday night. And you'll be with us beginning at 7 p.m. with Heat Live delivered by Papa John's. Thanks to our entire crew, including the coach, Tony Fiorentino, and Jason Jackson. I'm Eric Reed. Heat fans, thanks so much for staying up late. We'll see you back in Miami. Good night, everyone.
Bon Dieu, pas quitter Haïti comme ça, non. Pas crier, bon Dieu connaît ça la fait. Même le loup pas comprendre. Ouais, dis pas crier, bon Dieu connaît ça la fait. Même